Hey, I'm Myers. It's been a while since I've done a video, but anyways, hang out in my den listening to records on a Sunday morning, and this video is going to be a little bit different than ones I've done before, where I've exclusively talked about a record, a release. You can hear in the background right now, listening to the Rumors. This is out on Deadbeat Records. The Rumors are three-piece out of Waterloo, Iowa, which is pretty close to home for me. So, I'm from Sioux City, Iowa, which is on the western edge of the state, and Cedar Falls, or Waterloo, is part of northern Iowa. It's kind of northeast Iowa. Not really eastern Iowa, but definitely northern Iowa, and kind of on the eastern half of the state. It's really close to the town of Cedar Falls, which is where my second daughter Jessica went to college at University of Northern Iowa. But it's a female bass player, female guitar player, and a guy playing drums, and these guys fucking rock. They remind me of, they're a little more on the heavy side, so somebody like an L7, and definitely have that heavier Die Cheerleaders, sort of like Die Cheerleaders was a little bit more grungy. These guys have like a more of a metal influence than punk. Definitely. If you're into the whole like Lita Ford, Joan Jett sort of L7 vibe, these guys have it. They fucking rock. The pictures I've seen of them, they play, Flying V's and Thunderbird basses, or like Explorers. Definitely have that image to them. So pick it up, Deadbeat Records. You go to my website, SiouxGuitars.com. We have a few copies of this available. There's two record pages on the website, one for the Sioux releases, and then there's one for releases on other labels. So been listening to this, I'm listening to it now. Killer fucking record. Put it back up here with my little luchadero figurine that means a lot to me. So anyways, but what else have I been listening to? So I don't know what this is really. Supposedly this is combined U.S. and U.K. recordings of the original Nick Lowe release. This is out on Yup Rock Records. It's on green vinyl. It's his first record. It's killer. It's got all the hits of like Barry Provis. So It Goes. The reason why we fell in love with Nick Lowe in the first place is here. I don't know if this is new or revolutionary. It's kind of a combination of his, the U.S. and the British versions. It's always kind of bothered me that there's different versions of, great records like that. Case in point, the first Gen X album, the UK version of the first Generation X album is way better than the US version. And I didn't know that until Danny Sage from D-Generation told me. I had to go find a copy. But to make the US version sound more punk, they actually sped up the tape, and it fucking... and speeding up the tape, you lose some of your low end and your bass, so it sounds really thin and tinny and you won't notice this unless you're listening to both records AB. But like the UK version is just a little bit slower and it sounds a lot fuller, and it's just is a better fucking recording. So this, I mean, if you already got the original Nick Lowe album, you don't need this. Been listening to this. Is a few years old from Cosmic Psychos. Fucking love these guys. Cosmic Psychos, one of the fucking bands. They rank up there with New Bomb Turks and the Devil Dogs, Lazy Cowgirls. These guys from Australia doing shit that I don't know, it's just kind of fucking timeless fucking rock. So Loudmouth Soup. Problem with Australian releases, there's no good distribution that I've found. Hey, if anybody in Australia's got a label or distro that want to trade, hit me up, because there's no good pipeline for Australian records up here, and there's no good pipeline for our records down there. So, the thing is, the shipping is what kills you. Like, if you want this fucking record, it costs you $25, and then costs you $20 for the record, and then you're paying $25 or so for the shipping to get it up here. So, I mean, when the shipping costs more than the actual record does, it prevents a lot of people from buying really fucking cool shit, because it gets so fucking expensive, so if like what I do with trades with Ghost Highway and Heavy Medication and Dragstrip Riot, labels like that over in Europe, those guys have our records over there, so somebody in Spain or Sweden or wherever wants to buy the record, it costs them basically like $5 to ship it from one of those labels to wherever they're going in Europe. And I have their records here, so if you want the new Jeff Dahl record, I have it, which came out on Ghost Highway from Spain. You could order it from Ghost Highway, but you're going to pay for that shipping. Where you could order it from me, and I'm going to whack you $5 US postage. So, anyways, that's my little rant on the whole postage thing. And the labels, we just can't get around it. We can't get around the postage costs us. So we have to pass it on to you guys. But, if there is an Australian looking to do some trade, and speaking of that, here's another fucking Australian. The Drunk Mums. Fucking love these guys. These guys are fucking killer. This one's also from a few years ago. This one's called Urban Cowboy. Fucking killer. These guys are kind of all over the place with great punk and roll influence. There's a couple of tracks on this one in particular that remind me of Bachman Turner Overdrive. But the original tracks that just like the guitar tone and the swagger of it kind of have that BTO sort of feel to them. But these guys are fucking killer. And again, this is a record that would cost you about $20 US, but then you're paying $25, almost $30 in shipping to get it up here off of their Bandcamp. And nothing against, I mean, I know it costs these guys money to be able to ship it to the US, but we need to find out, labels and distros in Australia that are wanting to trade and make shit happen with American and European labels and distros because there's good trade between America and Europe. And, but like right now, there's so many great fucking bands coming out of Australia that it's unfortunate that, Amel and the Sniffers, they're getting their records up here and they got, distribution pipeline. But a lot of these other bands don't. So, that's a unfortunate deal. So, anyways, moving on. New fucking MC5. Am I in love with it? No. Not yet. I don't know. I mean, I just got it this week. I've listened to it 4 times, I think. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like, now that they're all dead, this is, I wanted this because, this is the last statement from Wayne and Des Thompson. And, but this doesn't grab me by the nuts like, early MC5, sort of stuff. This, I don't know. I mean, I need to spend more time with this to, feel this out more, and, I might grow to love it. But as of right now, it's a record, but it's not their best. So anyways, I mean, like I kick out the jams, that manifesto before Ramblin' Rose of, brothers and sisters, it's time for you to choose. That was a call to action, a call to arms that I just, I'm not feeling with this. And, I'll give it some more time. I've also been listening to JJ and the Real Jerks, 45, out on my label Sioux. Fucking great. I did a video about that a few weeks ago, a month ago. I don't know. Lose track of time. What else I've been listening to? This just came this week. Hip Priest Final 10-inch. So these guys are done. They've they announced that they're breaking up or whatever, that this is their final thing or whatever, which sucks because I dig the Hip Priests. They're just fucking fast, and this is the kind of punk and roll that really kind of fuels me. Is the kind of shit that makes you want to drive 100 miles an hour across some county road in the middle of the night. And so the fact that it's a 10-inch, 10 inches are weird because it's more than 45, it's less than an LP. Not many people, like, I would love to press 10 inches and do, I'd love to have a label of just doing it 10 inches. I think that's a great concept. Not many pressing plants do 10 inches, and, and the cost of doing a 10-inch versus a 12-inch LP, these actually cost more than a 12-inch where you could squeeze, more music on a longer piece of vinyl. So, when I get a fucking really cool 10-inch, I really cherish it, So, this is just fucking great. I love the Hip Priest. I've got, I don't know, like 2 or 3 of their LPs and few 45s. This is my first 10-inch from them. I don't know if they did another one, but I love 10 inches. 10 inches have a special place in my heart. So, what else I've been listening to? 40th anniversary release of Channel 3. Fucking love this band. I come into I found punk rock through skateboarding and skateboard magazines. So, and Channel 3 was one of those gateway drug sort of bands, along with everything else on the SST label. Channel 3 wasn't an SST band, but, had that SoCal, like, skate, sort of, I've heard people call Channel 3 a hardcore band. I don't consider them a hardcore band. I just think they're a punk band, and they fucking great. They do what they do, and they do it well. And I like them, So 40th anniversary, this is a double LP. There's a nice booklet in here. I haven't thumbed through it because, I don't, I just buy shit for the music. I don't, artwork and booklets and whatever's great, but it's not a big thing for me. Also, been listening to these cats, Death Valley Girls. This is out on Suicide Squeeze Records. These guys are great. So, they're kind of all over the place. Some of it's a little poppy, a little bit like sugary sweet go-go sort of poppy, but some of it is a little bit more post-punk, surrealistic, like this one song on this record called Wear Black, kind of has that post-punk sort of moodiness to it. So dig these cats, and so that's what I've been listening to. Don't, oh, and Monday I should have the vinyl for Hollywood Stars, and I'll get that all sleeved up and shipped out, the pre-orders and the band's copies of the record on Tuesday. So new release on Sioux Records, the Hollywood Stars. It's their first record coming out since 1977 of new music. These guys have been around since 73, and it's good. It's I'm excited to do it. Always excited to work with the bands I work with. Other projects in the works. We got F from Florida. They're in the works. We got Pat Todd and the Rank Outsiders 45 coming soon. We got and that's another one. We already did 45 with Pat Todd and the Rank Outsiders, but we got another new one coming with them here soon. So so there's cool projects in the works. Super stoked about stuff that we got going. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. We got Halloween coming up this week, which a few years ago, since we moved to Minnesota, like I'm not really the friendly type guy to go out and make friends with the neighbors or whatever, and like this little hick town I live in, everybody rides around on golf carts, and they everybody hangs out at the redneck bars or whatever. I don't drink, so like going to a bar is not fun for me. I don't want to hang out in some shithole bar, and I will go into bars to eat, but once I'm done eating, I want to get out of there, because I don't enjoy the atmosphere or whatever. But anyways, a couple years ago, my wife left during like Halloween time to go down to see our oldest daughter when she was still living in North Carolina, and our grandkids and whatever. And so she had bought candy and said, put it in this big glass bowl, whatever. So I dumped all the candy in this big glass bowl, and we get this little like patio set, a little table for the patio set that I put it on. like at the top of the steps coming up our front porch. And I sat in one of the patio chairs wearing, I think probably wearing the same Amoeba sweatshirt. I can't remember. Wearing a sweatshirt, just sitting there on the porch, and kids would come up, and we had a lot of candy. And I'd tell kids, take what you want. And, some kid will tell me, like being Minnesota nice, tell me, oh, one's enough. And it's like, no, you better take more than that. I'd argue with them. And, so anyways, about 5, 6 kids come up at the same time, and I tell them, take what you want. And this one Weisenheimer, he says to me, what if I filled my whole bucket? I'm like, if that's what you need to do, the kid was kind of a smart ass, and but then he literally filled his whole bucket full of candy, and like maybe he had like 3 or 4 pieces of candy in his bucket before he got to my house, and he filled it up, and he ran off the porch, and we live on a corner, so he ran down to the corner, the side street, and where his mom's waiting in an SUV, and he's bragging to his mom about, I got all this candy, and she's like, okay, get in the car, I need to take you home, because Travis and I, or Josh or Chad or whatever fucking white trash fucking redneck stupid fucking dude name her boyfriend or whatever her new guy's name is, she says, Chad and I need to go to the bar, so I need to take you home. And this kid's like, but mom, and but fucking kid resigned his fate and got in the fucking car, and maybe this kid got one over on me by filling up his bucket, like getting a full bucket full from one fucking house, and but the way I look at it is this kid's getting rolled over by life, and he ain't even in junior high yet, and everybody knows that your life goes to shit once you hit junior high, and so anyways, that experience of watching that kid, like maybe he got one over on me, but like life is trampling that fucking kid, and so what if he filled his bucket at my house? I mean, I hope that when that kid went home and he was left home alone because his mom had to go to the bar with her white trash fucking boyfriend or husband or whatever, that kid's sitting there looking at his pile of candy thinking, yeah, I only hit 3 or 4 houses to get a whole bucket full, but I don't know. Kids have enough fucking problems in the world today, if I'm generous with fucking passing out Halloween candy, so what? I mean, we were buying this candy for this year, and my wife's like comparing prices of, like trying to figure this bag says it's 300 pieces and it's $30, and this bag says it's 250 pieces and it's this much, and trying to do that. And I just grabbed like 3 fucking bags and threw in the grocery cart, and my wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry about it, and she says, but 2 of these are sour candies, and like, do you want to give out more sour than like chocolate stuff or whatever? So I grabbed another bag of, I don't know, Reese's peanut butter cups or something, and fucking threw in the cart. And I'm like, here, that should be equal, right? And she's like, you're buying $100 worth of candy. I'm like, it's 80, and but whatever, like, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, like this right here, vinyl records is my only fucking vice, so I mean, if I spent, even if I did spend $100 on fucking Halloween candy to pass out to kids, what the hell? Like, I don't decorate for Halloween, or I don't decorate for Christmas, I don't buy fireworks at 4th of July, like, I like to be left alone, hang out with my dad, and listen to records, read books. You know, hang out with my dog Slushy. You know, like I don't do a whole lot, so you know. So what if I bought a bunch of fucking Halloween candy? You know, my mom never did much right, but one thing she did do was she always pass out full size candy bars at Halloween, and like where I grew up. I grew up in what was called the rich neighborhood. It wasn't. It was like your typical middle class, like 70s, 80s, like split level subdivision. But anyways, like kids I grew up with, they used to call my neighborhood the Edward Scissorhands neighborhood because all the houses looked identical, but they were on different colors of pastel colors, you know. But you know, so we would have kids like across the highway from us. There was a trailer park, and then kids would be, you know, their parents would drive them up here from all over the place to. There was an Indian reservation not too far from us, about 15 miles from us, where kids would be brought out from the Winnebago Indian Reservation. And, you know, kids who never got opportunities, kids who didn't go on family vacations or, you know, I mean, like, I had opportunities. I mean, like money wasn't really like, and I mean, as a kid, you don't think about money, but, you know, like I always had the real Levi's. You know, I didn't wear the fucking tough skins or, you know, whatever. I always had the real Levi's. And, you know, I didn't wear Jordans or anything, but, you know, I could have. You know, like, you know, my mom asked me what I wanted to wear, and I wanted Vans and Vision Streetwears and shit like that, you know. But, anyways, but, you know, my mom kind of sucked as a mom. You know, like, I didn't have the best experience with her, but, you know, she would dress up like a witch. She had a cauldron full of dry ice and have spooky music on, you know, like sound effects on a boombox hidden in the bushes. And then she'd hand out full-size fucking candy bars and she'd hand out 600, 700, 800 fucking candy bars to, you know, kids from all over the county. But that's one thing that, you know, she did do right. You know, it wasn't for me, but whatever. So yeah, happy Halloween. Sorry I'm rambling. Thanks for watching these videos. Check out these fucking bands. You know, Death Valley Girls, 40th anniversary Channel 3, The Hip Priest, fucking killer. You know, I wouldn't mind it if you bought shit from my label. You know, I'm still trying to fall in love with the new MC5. Drunk Mums and, you know, Cosmic Psychos, fucking killer. You know, we all love Nick Lowe, so support your local record shop, support small independent labels. You know, go direct to the bands. Go to when you see a band social media talk about we have this on our Bandcamp, go to their Bandcamp. You know, and Bandcamp is such a great fucking place to go down rabbit holes of, you know, if you like this, you might like this or whatever. And I get caught in these fucking rabbit, and I'm discovering shit that, you know, like, I would not be exposed to otherwise on Bandcamp, you know. So, you know, love Bandcamp. We don't use it. My label doesn't use it, but, you know, I definitely buy a lot of shit through Bandcamp. And always want to support small labels and independent bands. So, anyways, if you like these videos, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.